In the streets of Soweto, a young boy once dreamed beyond the dusty fields. In boardrooms, stadiums, and political gatherings, today, that boy is known as the Iron Duke, a man whose shadow looms over sport, media, and money in South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another powerful profile right here on the Dawn Edition. Today, we are diving into the real empire of Dr. Irvin Khoza, a man whose story is often untold, but whose power shapes South Africa's biggest deals. And before we begin, make sure to click that subscribe button, drop a comment with your opinion about Khoza's influence, and support us as we uncover the real money behind the headlines. Born in 1948 in Alexandra and raised in Soweto, Irvin Khoza grew up during a time of political unrest. Like many black South Africans during apartheid, life was full of obstacles, poverty, racial barriers, and limited opportunity. But even as a young man, Khoza was known for his sharp tongue and sharper mind. He briefly studied at Fort Hare University, the same institution that produced legends like Nelson Mandela and Robert Mugabe. Though political activity forced him to leave, it planted the seed of leadership and influence that would grow beyond what anyone expected. In the late 1980s, Orlando Pirates, one of South Africa's oldest and most respected football clubs, was facing a crisis. Poor performance, disorganization, and internal politics nearly brought the club to its knees. Then entered Irvin Khoza. With business instincts and community respect, he took over the club in 1991. Within 4 years, Pirates were the first South African team to win the CAF Champions League in 1995. Khoza was not just managing a club, he was building an empire. Let's get into the real numbers and the power moves. As of 2025, Dr. Irvin Khoza's estimated net worth is over 300 million, but many believe the real figure is far higher due to unlisted assets and private equity deals. Here's where the money comes from. Khoza has chaired the PSL since 2002. Under his leadership, the league signed a broadcasting deal with SuperSport worth over 2 billion, making it the richest league in Africa. He played a critical role in negotiating those deals, earning a percentage in commissions, admin fees, and influence bonuses. It is estimated that Khoza earns 10-15 million annually from PSL operations alone. Khoza owns partial intellectual rights to many football content assets. Through these partnerships, he receives royalties from TV rights and sponsorship revenue. Vodacom, MTN, ABSA, DStv, and other major brands are PSL sponsors, many of which Khoza helped onboard. His network in both government and business has positioned him as the go-to dealmaker for high-profile football-related campaigns. While he keeps this side of his life quiet, Dr. Khoza has shares in several high-value properties across Gauteng, Sandton, Hyde Park, and Pretoria. These include commercial buildings, luxury townhouses, and rentals. Estimated property value, over 120 million. Political contracts and influence. Dr. Khoza has worked closely with ANC elites and was co-chairman of the 2010 FIFA World Cup Local Organizing Committee, managing a budget exceeding 7 billion. Although not an active politician, his voice holds significant weight in national planning, sports funding, and international bids. Dr. Khoza rarely flaunts his wealth, but when he moves, power moves with him. Car collection includes Rolls-Royce Ghost, 7 million. Mercedes-Benz S600 Maybach, 4.5 million. Range Rover SV Autobiography, 4 million. BMW 7 Series Black Edition, 2.2 million. Lexus LX 600, 3 million. Properties. Main residence in Hyde Park, worth plus or minus 40 million. Family home in Orlando West, Soweto. Private farm retreat in Mpumalanga, rumored. Khoza also owns multiple land investments under shelf companies registered in Johannesburg and Pretoria. Dr. Irvin Khoza's power goes beyond assets. He holds influence capital, the rare kind of soft power only a few possess. He decides PSL leadership, influences which coaches get hired or fired, which clubs get more media attention, and how billions in football revenue are distributed. Khoza also ensures he is in the room when high-level political or economic decisions are made, especially those involving public-private partnerships.
Dr. Irvin Khoza tried to buy Shoes Michaud by asking the fans to give him R1 each.
Yeah, that's
Is that true?
I remember that story.
That's wild.
I Duke.
Certain stories how we found ourselves at Pirates. It's not like
What stories are these? I didn't read
Wait,
those.
you found yourself at Pirates? Didn't Pirates buy you?
If you've made it this far, you're part of the real ones. Drop a comment below and tell us what you think about Dr. Irvin Khoza's legacy. Is he the most powerful man in South African sport? Or just the smartest? And if you haven't already, hit subscribe to join the Dawn Edition, where we uncover the real stories behind power, wealth, and legacy. New videos drop every week. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and keep chasing greatness. Dr. Khoza has several children and has long been preparing a generational transition. His son, Irvin Khoza Jr., served as part of the Orlando Pirates administration and was regarded as the heir to the throne. His daughters have played roles in event organizing and administration. In 2025, plans are in motion to shift parts of the business empire into family-run trusts and executive boards, a sign of empire continuity. No empire grows without shadows. Khoza has faced criticism over PSL favoritism, lack of transparency in certain broadcasting deals, and allegations of authoritarian management style. But through it all, his grip has remained strong. Why? Because power respects results, and Dr. Khoza always delivers. In 2025, Irvin Khoza's influence is at an all-time high. The PSL is stronger than ever. TV rights are expanding into Pan-African syndication. New sponsors are entering the football market. Real estate profits are climbing due to smart urban investments. His total influential value is estimated at over 500 million, when combining his equity, reputation, and behind-the-scenes leverage. Dr. Irvin Khoza is no longer just a football administrator. He is a kingmaker, a strategist, and an empire builder. From dusty fields to luxury boardrooms, from Orlando Pirates to PSL billions, this is the journey of a man who knew how to move in silence, strike in power, and build a name that will echo long after he's gone. And while Dr. Irvin Khoza has mastered the art of controlling the football system from the top down, on the other hand, we have another titan of the game. A man who didn't just build a club, he built a brand that turned into one of Africa's greatest sporting empires. The founder of Kaizer Chiefs Football Club. The icon they call Chincho Guluva. Mr. Kaizer Motaung. Unlike Khoza, whose empire rose through politics, organization, and leadership, Kaiser Motaung's journey began with raw talent, natural charisma, and the magic of football itself. He was born in 1944 in Orlando East, Soweto, and by his early 20s, he was already playing professional football, not just locally, but internationally. Signed by Atlanta Chiefs in the US, Kaizer Motaung became one of the first South Africans to make his mark abroad during the apartheid era. But he didn't just stop there. He came back to South Africa with a new vision. In 1970, Motaung founded Kaizer Chiefs, a football club that wasn't just about playing matches. It was about identity, culture, style, pride. Today, Kaizer Chiefs has over 15 million fans and is easily one of the most valuable football brands on the continent. While Khoza focused on controlling the league, Motaung focused on creating the most loved football club in South Africa. As of 2025, Kaizer Motaung's estimated net worth is between $400 million and $600 million, with most of his wealth tied directly. Here's a breakdown of how he built it. Personal share in the now billion-rand private company. Revenue from sponsorships, broadcasting, merchandise, and branding. Estimated value of his stake are $350+ million. A multifunctional facility with offices, media studios, and youth development infrastructure. Estimated property value are 60 to 80 million. Legacy relationships with Vodacom, Toyota, Nike, and others. Annual revenue are 150 M plus for the club, with advisory and founder income going to Motaung. Kyalami Estates residents, plus or minus are 18 M. Santan property. Soweto Land Holdings and Investments. Kaizer Motaung didn't have to lobby government or run an entire league to get rich. Instead, he turned fan loyalty into long-term wealth. By focusing on branding, experience, and generational impact, Chiefs became a commercial powerhouse. They sell more merchandise, have stronger brand appeal, and attract elite sponsors year after year. And just like Khoza, Kaizer Motaung has made sure the next generation is ready to take over. Kaizer Motaung Jr. is now the club's sporting director. Jessica Motaung manages branding, marketing, and sponsorships. The Motaung family is building a corporate football dynasty, not just a club. In fact, many believe Chiefs is preparing to expand into African youth academies, fan-owned digital shares, sports streaming platforms. It's not just a club anymore, it's a family-owned football empire. Dr. Irvin Khoza controls the system. Kaizer Motaung owns the brand. Khoza runs the machine from the top. Kaizer connects directly with the people. One is a power broker. The other, a football creator. And in 2025, the empires stand side by side, as the two most powerful forces in South African football. So what do you think? Who has the stronger empire, the Iron Duke of Pirates? Or the brand king of Chiefs? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let us know which legacy inspired you the most. And if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button and stay tuned for more factual, powerful, and motivating stories every week. This is not gossip. This is legacy. This is power. This is the Dawn Edition. And don't forget, your story could be next. We've heard the story of Dr. Irvin Khoza, the architect of football power. We've followed Kaizer Motaung, the man who built a brand from nothing. But there's one more name. One more giant whose story completes this golden triangle of South African football royalty. His name: Jomo Sono. Also known as the Black Prince of South African football. Born on July 17, 1955, in Orlando, Soweto, Jomo Sono's story begins with tragedy. His father, former Orlando Pirates legend Irvin Sono, died in a car crash when Jomo was just 8 years old. His mother abandoned him shortly after. He was raised by his grandparents, selling peanuts and newspapers to survive. But inside that boy was greatness waiting to erupt. Jomo became a football prodigy. By 1969, he had joined Orlando Pirates and was dazzling crowds with his creativity and control. His nickname, Jomo, came from Kenyan President Jomo Kenyatta, a symbol of leadership and strength. In the 1970s, he went international, signing with New York Cosmos in the NASL, playing alongside legends like Pele and Franz Beckenbauer. He later played for Colorado Caribous and Atlanta Chiefs in the USA, earning big money while growing his global reputation. In 1982, Jomo Sono purchased the then-struggling Highlands Park Football Club and rebranded it as Jomo Cosmos, named after himself and his former team, New York Cosmos. While Pirates and Chiefs were focused on trophies and fan bases, Jomo had a different strategy: talent development, scouting, exporting players overseas. Jomo Cosmos became a factory of football excellence. As of 2025, Jomo Sono's estimated net worth is around $250 million, built through 1. International player transfers. Jomo is credited with discovering and exporting some of South Africa's greatest talents, including Philemon Masinga, Helman Kolili, Mark Fish, Sayabonga Nomvith. Benny McCarthy assisted indirectly. Sibusiso Zuma. His club earned millions in transfer fees, agent commissions, and development bonuses. 2. Jomo Cosmos Holdings. He owns 100% of the Jomo Cosmos brand, including club, real estate linked to training facilities. 3. Broadcasting and consulting deals. Jomo has also worked as a technical advisor and scout consultant for global football federations, including assignments for FIFA, CAF, and CEFA. These consulting contracts have earned him millions over the years. 4. Bafana Coaching. He served as caretaker coach for Bafana in the 2002 FIFA World Cup, a rare honor for a South African club owner. Jomo Sono is known to live a low-profile, classy lifestyle. Owns a luxury home in Dainfern Estate, Johannesburg. Owns training grounds and facilities under Jomo Cosmos. Has driven BMWs, Mercedes-Benz, and Range Rovers over the years. Lives privately, with limited public appearances, but always respected. If Irvin Khoza is the political mind, and Kaizer Motaung is the brand genius, then Jomo Sono is the godfather of talent. He's discovered more football millionaires than any other man in South African history. He sent players to Europe, Asia, and the US, changing lives, building wealth, and growing the game. At 70 plus, Jomo Sono's empire may not shine under stadium lights like it used to, but his impact is permanent. In 2025, Jomo Cosmos is working on relaunching new development academies and investing in grassroots football across Limpopo, Gauteng, and Mpumalanga. He is also planning to publish a book, revealing the inside stories of South African football's golden age. From orphan to international star. From street vendor to club owner. From Soweto to the World Cup. Jomo Sono represents the purest form of greatness, earned, not given. So now you've heard the full story. Khoza, Motaung, Sono, the three kings of South African football. Each one built power in his own way. Each one left a mark that will outlive generations. Tell us in the comments. Which empire do you admire most?
Jeez! Who's running this place?
Hey, Shan, it's me. Okay, Bobby, you got this. Just focus. Trophy cabinet. Hello, Papa.
Morning. Where in the world are you hiding yourself?
I'm at the village. As usual, Papa, why?
Well, I'm always there, yet have not seen you in weeks. Are you avoiding me?
Hey, I've been busy.
Word is that you've been holed up in the basement with different members of the killing staff every day for weeks now. In case you haven't noticed, the whispers are getting loud, and I, for one, can no longer afford to continue ignoring them.
They can whisper. The ladies are just helping me out.
Oh, is that what you call it? Huh? What's really going on with you?
Papa, have you not heard? Our trophy cabinet is nowhere to be found. It's missing.
What?
I'm in the basement trying to locate it. I've just sent you pictures of some of the things I have found here.
What is this?
Those are Brian Baloy's old gloves from his playing days. And a video cassette of the 1998 Rothmans Cup final.
Meet me at the office in an hour.
1 hour later.
I told you to put the cabinet right there. Why is it not there? Hi. Maybe I should call my friends Jomo and Irvin for help. Orlando Pirates might have borrowed it to store all the trophies they've been winning and us losing over the past 10 years.
How can you say that? Papa, I would never have allowed such a thing. Pirates are the last club I would lend anything to.
Aish, I can't even call Jomana for obvious reasons.
Let me go look for it. At the Johannesburg Museum, all our trophies are so old. Surely they qualify as heritage pieces. Might find them there.
Rather I go there instead. Please, Papa.
No.
If our 10 years old trophies are heritage, what of you at over 8 years? They might just keep you there on display.
What did you just say?
Look here, you must be very careful, boy. They don't call me Shincha Puluva for nothing.
Whose legacy inspires you? And whose story should we tell next? This is not fantasy. This is fact. This is the Dawn Edition. And remember, we don't just tell stories. We narrate power. Your story could be next.